And we are live, and I'm so excited to be here with one of my dear friends, Joy Beck. My name is Tammy Anderson Ward, and I'm the conference producer for the Energy Healing Conference. I thought it would be a blast to come on here today with my friend Joy, and we're just going to talk about the Energy Healing Conference experience that happened last week in Ogden, Utah. It was a 3-day event, well, 4 days if you count the VIP. And we just had such a blast. And we thought it would be fun just to come on here and talk about some of our favorite things. So, Joy was one of the speakers, one of the featured premium keynote speakers at the event. She also had a vendor space where she was serving people, and I'll let her talk a little bit about how. But, Joy, why don't you tell us what was like the highlights of the conference for you? And if, by the way, if you were at the conference, please feel free to answer the question as well. What were some of the favorite things for you? What were your highlights? So go ahead, Joy.
I really liked, I loved the variety that there was, and I loved the fact that there were two different halls that had vendors in one spot and vendors in the other, as well as there was the middle section that had outdoor booths. And so there were a plethora of different types of vendors. It wasn't just one thing or another. There was a whole smattering of options. And I love, as a presenter and as a vendor, I was able to go to some of those classes that I never get a chance to go to. I carved out that time. There are speakers that I really wanted to listen to and was able to. So that was fun for me.
That is awesome. And out of the speakers that you went to, out of the presentations, what were some of your favorites that really stood out to you?
One of them I really liked was Carol Tuttle, but I've been following her for a very long time and am slowly learning some of the things that they offer. I own probably 4 or 5 of her books and use them in my teaching and use them with interacting with other people. And so that was really fun to listen to her and to get to have her sign my books. So.
Yeah, that is very cool. That is awesome. I actually remember quite some time ago, oh gosh, it was forever ago. I used to, can I say this? I think this is okay for me to say. I used to not like do myself up at all.
Oh.
I never combed my hair. I actually
Oh.
sometimes washed it, sometimes not. I didn't put makeup on. Definitely did not have eyelashes on. Not that that makes a woman or anything like that, but y'all, like, I just didn't take care of myself. Everything in my wardrobe was completely solid black. And as a type 1, whoa, that's not like the main color that should be in your closet. It was as if her teachings and the stuff that she was advocating for, especially for women, but also men now, it was as if it brought me back to life in some way. It was like it gave me permission to take care of myself. And like for real, does anybody else have that experience? Looks
No,
like we've got Lori, we've got Genesis, we've got hey Lori Chapel Rupp, how you doing, girl? Is she the one from Aberdeen?
yes, she is. She's come to my home when I was on her feet. So yes.
Oh, so awesome. Genesis says it was her husband's first time and he loved all of the vendors as well. That was really fun to meet him. Thank you for introducing him to me, Genesis. Appreciate you guys. So speaking about Carol Tuttle, we do actually have a free gift from Carol Tuttle for all of our viewers. I'm going to actually put the long link into the comments here. You guys can see that it's like really, really long. Just click on that and it'll take you over to her page where you can sign up for a 2-week free trial with the Carol Tuttle Healing Center. So you guys, if you want to get in on that. Okay, so Joy, gonna bounce it back to you for a minute here. In Carol's class, was there one or two things that stood out to you as you listened to her in her presentation, especially since you have quite a few of her books, you've been a follower for some time? In this presentation, like a lot of people said, thank you. That was really fun to meet her, get a picture with her, get her books signed, stuff like that. But for you in the presentation, what was your favorite stuff that stood out?
I liked the idea of, I don't even know if it's really her terms, but it was this concept of being able to have your own energy and not taking on someone else's energy. So if someone, I call it gifting, if someone's trying to gift their junk to you, I can say that right, that you can go, oh, this is mine and that is yours, and not giving yourself permission to not take on the cares of everybody else. And that's something that I've learned along the way, and I'm getting better and better at it. But I slip every once in a while, and then I go, oh, not mine. So.
Yeah, I love that. Well, actually, kind of as a recovering people pleaser myself, not you, I mean me, right?
No, I have been as well. So
that's such an important lesson. So thanks for bringing that up. That's a life-changing lesson when you learn that one well. And I mean, it's not like, once you learn it, sometimes you got to learn it again, right? But that's amazing. Thank you. Lori says, I wanted to see the Cogno movement presentation, but your phone died. Lori, I am so sorry. When I looked at my phone, I was like, you got to be kidding me, because it was right in that like pivotal part of their presentation. I promise you that was not on purpose. The reason why I was recording them is because I actually went to San Diego and worked with Bill. And he's really helped me so much. So he's one of my favorites. And I mean, wasn't that good? All of the science behind what they were talking about. I really love that as well. Thank you for sharing that. Any other insights, Genesis, into what you really loved? Hey, Kathy, what was the things that you loved about the conference? We want to hear your highlights. That's awesome. Okay, Joy, now for vendors. What were your favorite vendors that you got to go to?
I love gemstones. Like, I wear them all the time. I have them. You can kind of see behind me. I'm starting to gather them so that I can offer them to my clients. And so I found several of them on different varieties of gemstones. So gemstones is always one of my favorites. I also really I tried, I don't even know what midges. They're the little dots.
The patches. Right?
Yeah, mm-hmm. The Life Wave. And so I tried those because I was carrying some junk in my shoulders, probably from zoning, but just different ones that I like that. I didn't get it this time, but I don't even know what the blankets are, but the blankets, I'm terrible about names of things. But
I know what you're talking about. They're amazing. Yeah,
I got one for me, and I got one for each of my girls, and then I got one for each of my grandbabies. So, and they love them as well. So I was really happy to pick those up.
That is so cool. I love that. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and take just a minute to share some of my favorites. I actually have wanted to do acupuncture for like the longest time, but I've had a little bit of a phobia to get in that skin break, I guess you could say. We'll just say that so that our video doesn't get turned off. And I was super scared. In fact, the first time I went over there, I totally started bawling. And my good friend Rosie Grummer, who's another speaker, literally walked me back over there after I had a few minutes to get my courage up. And I sat down and I was so scared, literally. And they muscle tested me for PTSD, which literally was like, I mean, anybody who knows my recent head injury and brain injury, that has been a big cause of that. So I sat down, and Claire has her own acupuncture and oriental medicine office down in Holiday in Salt Lake City. It's over on the East Bench in Salt Lake. And she's been doing this for 12 years, and she poked me 4 times down in the bottom of my feet, or the top of my feet, I should say. And you guys, I did not even feel it. I did not even feel it. I was like, what a baby I have been. I had no idea how comfortable it actually was going to be. So anybody else out there use acupuncture? It is an energy medicine modality. It is literally, when they're putting that in, it is literally doing its job by getting those blocks out from the meridians, which are the energetic pathways, the highways in the body. So another one of my favorites, this is so funny that they both have to do with the sharp objects, we'll just say, was the IV therapy. I actually went and got one of those right here. And I sat down and they did what they call the Myers cocktail, which is full of all these nutrients and vitamins and minerals. And it was amazing. And I slept so good that night and I felt so recharged. And I really loved that. We had 2 different vendors that were offering that so that we would have enough space for people to be able to sit down and do that. I saw quite a few people doing that. That was another one of my favorites. So I'm going to bounce it back to you. Any other speakers or vendors kind of stand out to you that were highlights for you as well?
I'm trying to. I don't ever remember details. Sometimes it gets muddled in my thinking. I really love Kathy Watts, and I've used her system. It is something that I learned in my other house, and then when I was able to buy this home, that was the very first thing I did, was to get my house set energetically so that on the grid that she teaches, super worth. I loved it. And I have, my house is set that way. And I have people that come into my home and they'll be like, oh, I really like this. And I'm thinking, I know, there's a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's always a good one, because I love just relearning and remembering the different areas and how I can help my home. But the cool thing is the same idea I use to set up my classroom. And so I can set that same thing and I call it juju. I can set that really good juju in my classroom to make it just flow and be able to be what I want, which is that happy place to learn. And so for my home, it's that happy place to be.
I love it. That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing about how you take the conference experience home to help other people as well, because it's not just about the event right there in the moment. It's also about taking it home and having it continue to do that. So Lori says, thank you for sharing what was in the conference. I really wanted to go. We had so many vendors there. And also some really unique experiences that we have not had at the conference. And so I want to actually talk about those for just a moment. My daughter went and had so much fun videoing all of the outdoor footage of the outdoor things. What was going on outdoors that you loved, Joy?
I saw, I didn't go to too many of them, but I saw the yoga. And I was offering services, so I didn't participate in that. But I love the fact that people had that chance. If there was their passion, they came with their yoga mats and they were doing their thing, and it was way cool. I liked how there were vendors that could set up outside, and they chose to be outside in the sunshine and with it, and it was just nice because you could step outside and still have something to explore and then go inside.
Yeah, I love that too. One of my favorites that was outside was the Drum Circle by Cami Harvey. She also lives in your same area, in the Idaho Falls area. And I had so many compliments and positive things that were said about that experience. A lot of people been to a drum circle. Yeah. And they got to actually like try it. And it was like no pressure. It was really chill. People just got to really enjoy themselves and have fun. I saw my mom participating in that and having a blast. All the way up to 80-year-olds that were out there drumming, all the way down to 5-year-olds that were having fun with it as well. So she did an excellent job doing that. We also had some sound bath experiences on multiple days at this event. Shout out to Vibes of Light with Jill Serafina, and also to Dana Wiley, located in Logan, Utah, that came and offered this amazing service. Benjamin King also did Qigong with a huge group outside one of the mornings. Just really fun stuff happening really all the way throughout. We had Jolene Cullens come and do a belly dance instruction. And she texted me today just a few minutes ago and said that was really so much fun. That was a blast. So I'm so excited. So thank you guys so much for those of you who were able to attend. And those of you who weren't, we still want you to be able to get in on something. And so Joy, I'm going to have you go ahead and do maybe just a short summary or recap of the highlights from your presentation, and then
Oh,
also how they can work with you and how they can get on the giveaway that you're doing as well.
yeah. So my offerings are I taught about the body code system from Dr. Bradley Nelson, and then I also offer foot zone therapy. And so I explained what that process is. It's a little more than what we have time for, but if you're interested, I like the body code because it's basically a non-invasive way to find out imbalances in your body through muscle testing, and then any underlying causes for them. And if the body is ready to release, then swiping through the governing meridian to be able to release and reset. So it's a longer process to explain, but that's the nuts and bolts of it. And so one of the things that I have a link for is it'll say enter to win a free body code or mini foot zone session, and I'm gonna choose 3 more by Friday to be able to win that. And if you're I haven't learned how to do foot zoning proxy yet. That's something that I'm going to learn how to do. But for now, if you're in my area, the Idaho, southeastern Idaho, and you want foot zoning, then we can arrange that. And if not, then it'll be a mini body code session. That's 20 minutes, and I do it over the phone, or we can do it through like this and be able to see what imbalances are and what you're ready to clear.
And I just want to go on record as saying I really love Joy so much. She's the one that I go to for my own family's needs in many different areas. My little girl has drawn her 5 pictures in the last week, and was able to get a foot zone by Joy at the conference.
She was my first one.
She's such a sweetheart. She said, oh, and also Jace, my 10-year-old son, he said, dang, that felt so good. Way better than your foot zones, Mom. I'm like, okay, what?
Thank you, Mom.
But it was so good. So you guys are going to want to go ahead and click on the link that says Jotform. You guys see that link up there? Go ahead and look in the comments, and then you'll be able to find that. It's just above where it says Joyful Options. Click on that link and go ahead and fill that out. And then that's how you're going to get in on that deal. Now, if for whatever reason you can't find the Jotform link, if you're watching it on the replay between now and Friday, then you can go ahead and also reach out to Joy on her website or her Facebook page, which is also Joyful Options. Is how you find that. So that's perfect. Anything else that you want to talk about with sessions at the conference, or people who maybe weren't at the conference who want to connect with you?
So a couple of things. I had actually one gal who came. I met her. She came down to the conference from Idaho Falls area. It was so fun because I run a kiddo special. Teaching's kind of my passion, and so I have a couple different pricing on package deals because it's always nice to get a deal. Like I do the same thing, and so I offer a kiddo package as well as a family pack of 5. And so just some pricing that way. That on my Joyful Options web page, landing page, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm close. There's you can sign up for a 15-minute consult, and I can go over more details for that. I just really like to help people, and these are the couple of modalities that work for me. So
yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm really grateful that you do that because it really does make a big difference. Lori's saying Joy's body code made a big difference for her. Genesis is saying, hey, I was looking for that. I wanted to become a practitioner. I would highly recommend reaching out to Joy and getting some sessions, Genesis. She's amazing. Sign up for her free giveaway. They are fabulous. They really are amazing. In fact, I think my mom even came into a session with you.
She did. She won one. So then she came in. It was cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she did. She was one of my winners.
That is awesome. Hey, Cassia, how are you? That is way cool. Well, I am super excited. I love all the things at the conference. I just had so much fun connecting with people, hugging. Like I had such a blast. I picked up so many fun gemstones and actually lots of jewelry. I got like, I don't know, probably I purchased five books, and then 2 books. So 12 books total. Got these cute little peach moonstone earrings with a necklace to match. I literally just had so much fun. You guys, I got this a really cute little labradorite. I wish I had it here with me right now. I think it's out in my car, but it's like a round labradorite with a lion on it. Labradorite's my favorite stone, and I'm a Leo. So I was like, this was made for me. I was having so much fun
I
going around.
picked up this.
Ooh, that is so pretty.
Yeah,
I
that
think
I
we
can use with fit zoning too. So
That is perfect. Love it, love it. Okay, so I also wanted to let you guys know, like Martina Muir had a really, really big class as well. I'm going to have her come on another day this week, and we're going to talk about what that was like for her. She did more sessions at this conference than at any other event, any other conference she's ever done over the 3-day time period. And she said it was really nice because she actually did have time to go get some self-care for herself, take some breaks, go to some classes, visit some vendors as well, which was really, really nice for the speakers to be able to do that and to connect. So I'm super stoked about all of this. Go ahead and sign up for that free giveaway. She's going to do three
yes.
body code session giveaways. And where will you announce the winners? Will that be on your Facebook page, or where will you?
I can do it on my Facebook page, and then I can give it to you to put on yours, or we can coordinate it so that I can put it on from this after conference party.
That is awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, if you have not been able to get the audios, but you are still interested, we are going to keep them up on the website until July 12th. July 12th is the magic date. So if you're interested, the entire 3 days is only $30. You can go and purchase those now, or you can get in on the Go and Grow, which is all of our conference classes. So there's hundreds of different options, and that's $12 a month or whatever. There's an annual discount. I can't remember what the exact amount is, but you can find that on our website, which is energyhealingconference.com. And Lacey, you're saying your husband was shocked. What was your husband shocked about? Did he have a good time? Did he love it? My 17-year-old son came over to me and he goes, so is this an energy healing conference or is this a hippie conference? And I said, aren't they one and the same? Like, we're having fun here. And he goes, I like your conferences now. And he walked around and shopped and had fun, and then was so kind to help us take the chairs and tables down and everything.
They were great.
Yeah, it was really nice to have them there. One other thing that I would love to tell you guys about is we have a class that I'm going to be starting actually on July 12th. July 12th is the day that I'm going to be starting that one. And it is a class about money. And we're going to be doing a $10,000 challenge in there for people who would love to have an extra $10,000. My family's going to show just some mindfulness and some meditation and some flow techniques that we do, that we've done again and again and again to manifest that. My 22-year-old daughter, I'm getting her tucked into coming on and sharing some of her recordings and her tips. My husband's going to be getting in on that. So it's going to be a really fun thing. For those of you who are at the conference, if you're interested, make sure you send me an email because we do have a special deal for you. And this is my email, so you can get in on that if you guys are interested. But anything else that you want to share, Joy?
I'm excited about that class. So yeah, for sure. And I heard from lots of different vendors, as well as lots of people were new. And just the idea that there were so many choices, it was great. I heard great things, and the connections that people made were fantastic.
That is awesome. Oh, yeah. And I can't believe I almost forgot to say the NCC OEP board was there. We had Dr. Brian Daly, who is an emergency doctor who also does Reiki, came all the way from New York. He had to take 5 flights to get there because he missed his first flight. but he was determined and he got there. And then we also had one of the NCCOP that missed their flight, also from California. They all had some challenges, even from Arizona. They had a 5-hour delay because the road was on fire in one of the areas. So they had to it was down to 2 lanes, but they got there and they said, this is amazing. They just had so many kind things to say. And thank you for everyone who connected with them. They're wonderful to have on as well. Let's see. Lacey says, Joy did a body code on my husband and she knows nothing about him. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. I'm so glad you had a great experience. I also feel like I got to meet some new friends. I've actually been setting the intention to make more really good friends that I connect with. And I can see Kessia on here, and we had so much fun connecting. And of course, Joy. I love Joy. So that was really fun too. And then Ashley, I don't think Ashley's on right now, but that was so fun to talk to her. And I got to just meet and connect with so many amazing people. So we'll be back on probably 2 or 3 more times over the next few days. So if you guys want to be thinking about what your favorite stuff was, you can jump on. If you missed the conference unexpectedly, or you had wanted to go and you weren't able to go, this is kind of a way to be able to get in on it, get a taste from some of the speakers, and hear about what was happening there.
And sign up for the audio. That's a screaming deal. I'm getting it. So
it really is. Oh, and one more thing I just have to say as well. And that is that we do have our dates for our next 2 events. October 8th is going to be in Pocatello, Idaho, which is right smack in the middle of Joy and I. It's halfway between us. And then we will also be in Mesa, Arizona on December 3rd. So for those of you who maybe you're in Arizona, or maybe you want to get some sunshine, because by December 3rd, you also just really, really want some more sunshine, right? So we have a lot of people that travel in from that. Actually, the last time we did a Mesa conference, we had people there from 10 states, all around, come in to that one. So these are not quite as large as the summer conference, which also is actually kind of a nice thing for a lot of the people who attend. They want it to be 700 people versus 2,000. So it's going to be awesome. Kim, get that date on your calendar. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, Lori, put that on your calendar, October 8th. We'll see you there at ISU. And thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate you and your support. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.